So there's a protest today against the fence. They actually had to close off the roads. Not a big protest, but mostly the people that live in this neighborhood are just fed up with the traffic nightmare that this fence has created. It really is a traffic nightmare. It's like this giant block you can't get around. So they asked everybody from the community to come out. Lots of dogs. I think all the dog walkers came out. I think there's a congresswoman here, the DC congressional delegate, and maybe a few others. A couple press crews here. Let's just climb over a fence.
I know. I don't know what we were thinking. Yeah, we're
It's like, yeah.
There's more media than there is real activists. Oh, so that's the congresswoman. That's Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton. She represents the District of Columbia in the Congress. She's a non-voting delegate. So she can speak in the House chamber, but she can't actually vote. Oh, now we're going to bring traffic down.
I know.
Fox Channel.
I lived in the land for 10 years before we do it. Just do a bottle here. That's a great song.
People just pull on the fence. I really should have brought my Checkpoint Charlie sign.
Yes. Oh. Oh. Yeah. I want to get a t-shirt that says I've been vaccinated. I really do.
If you've been if you've been double vaccinated, you don't need
Oops. Telemundo. Too many people. Inside there's the National Guard and Capitol Police. Pretty mellow number today. Maybe I'll get yelled at again for shooting this film. Last time I filmed this, I got yelled at. We got our footage. If you guys watch Fox 5, you'll see me. Let's get out.
That's like Malia doing all this stuff with the Attorney General's office. And I'm like, no, there's kids here.
Team with row. Oh, she's gonna run over someone.
Oh.
A congresswoman.
Depends. I think like the Senate side is maybe like 20, but like.
So, you know what? Let's go for a walk.
Are we tearing down the fence? Climbing up over that barbed wire?
Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton has been around for like, God, since I worked on Capitol Hill 20, 30 years ago. So let's go for a walk. Let's go for a walk on Capitol Hill. The U.S. Asia Institute. That's empty. Some random think tank.
There's people on here or no? No, the place where we live right now is 1950, yeah. So,
There's some big old houses on East Capitol Street. I think we'll walk over to the farmer's market at Eastern Market and maybe go over by the Marine Barracks and work our way back up here. It's about 54 degrees today. Yesterday was like mid 70s, and today and tomorrow is going to be a bit cooler. Hey, bye, Mike. Capitol. So we're breaking in our new shoes today. It's going to take about a day or two. Let's go down here. We just turned on 4th Street, 4th and East Capitol. We're going to go down to A Street. It's Alpha. A little bit quieter strip. Maybe we'll go down to Independence, which would technically be B as in Boy Street. Independence and Constitution are technically the B street, but there is no B. This goes A, Constitution, C Street. Most of these houses you see are over $1 million. And the bigger ones might be pushing 1.5, 2 maybe. This neighborhood is cheaper to live in than, say, Georgetown, but it's still very, very trendy. Still rather expensive. But all these houses, there's actually a really cool explanation of how they built all these row houses, kind of like you had certain things you could pick. Oh, hang on a second, there's the Library of Congress over there. That's the Folger Shakespeare Library, and then the main building behind it. I believe that's the Folger. So like for some of these rows, these true row houses, they're pretty much almost identical. They have just minor differences between each house. That could be, like if someone was building it, they can order minor differences. But then over here, they're a little bit more different as they went along. They're kind of the same pattern, but they'll have different like stonework around the windows, or a different shaped window, or they'll even have like different things at the top. I don't know what that's called. I once knew that. Well, this neighborhood is very popular with filmmakers. Oh crap. Sorry. I just realized the microphone was in my pocket. I'm not sure how much of this audio is going to be, how much of the audio prior to this was actually you could hear, because the microphone had slipped in my pocket. What a pain. Really not happy with this little wireless microphone that comes with this camera. It's a pretty blue sky kind of day. So what do we just turn down, like 5th Street? 5th. We're heading over to 7th. 7th Street is where Eastern Market is located. That is like a widow's walk. That upper patio. I don't know, they still call that a widow's walk. There's like an owl in the background. Now this is Independence Avenue. This actually is a pretty main drag during commuter days, so I gotta be careful. Guys working on the roof. A lot of these places have been renovated, but some of them are still, well, pretty beat up on the inside, or renovated 30, 40 years ago. Occasionally when you go like house hunting, you can find one that hasn't been renovated since it was built in the early 1900s or even older than that. It still has like original fixtures. They're like totally dilapidated. It's basically a teardown, but because of the historic nature of this area, there's not really, I don't think you can tear down things. Which is why when there's sounds bizarre, but when there's a fire, the property actually sells for not that much of a discount, because the new owner can rebuild on the inside, well, pretty much anything they want. So if a building burns out and gets gutted, real estate developers were like, we can put in all modern everything. Another thing about it, I haven't really seen them ever. I haven't seen them tear down many properties up here at all. There's a car pot shop. There's another car part shop on the other side that's actually a boxing gym. So it's part auto parts shop, and then on the upstairs they've got like a boxing gym. It's just kind of a city thing, you know. Blue skies. And we should be at Eastern Market here in a minute. Should be just over on the right. That's the farmer's market. Maybe we'll get something to eat. There it is. And there'll probably be protesters here. There's always people selling stuff and then protesting something. Oh, they got tents all the way down here now. Extra virgin olive oil. calm today. Homemade olive oil, I guess. That's a beekeeper. I don't know what that is. Roasted nuts. Guess this is a popular bakery. That's some stuff. More olive oil. What is it with olive oil? And then we got into the produce. Strawberries, $4 a pound. Baked goods, more honey. Actually, I need honey. Local honey. Peaches, mushrooms, apple cider, coffee. Bread man. This guy makes his own bread. What's he got? More honey. It's like a line of snacks. Soup, vegan soup, Napa cabbage. Oh, this is all like Asian food. I wonder what the wife needs. Any Asian food. Bean sprouts. Should get some cash. I can't get in the market right now because there's a big line to get in the market. We'll go down the main street. We'll go out into the street here in a minute. Oh, there's a cool bookshop over here. I'll go show you this bookstore. A lot of art for sale, too. So this is a used bookshop that struggles to survive, like any used bookshop struggles to survive, of course. But what I like is the upstairs. The guy's got books, chock-a-block packed up into the windows, like the whole house is going to collapse from all the books. All the books that are
We're all back. Yeah, back and not outside.
Where'd we get it?
I think I dated
Read
her.
one book that she's
Or someone like her.
One book, now you're out there.
I gotta write the pizza model. I gotta write my book too.
It's a good dog. All right, let's see what sort of stuff we can find down here for sale. Lots of restaurants. Yeah, we're going to go down to the end of the street and then we're going to come back so you guys can see everything. Hey, pup. Silk Road, Tribal and Village Arts. Woven History, that's part of the Silk Road. Bullfrog Bagels, big line. Everybody likes the Bullfrog Bagels. Hair salon, little kid. And down here is like a Starbucks or something. This is the subway station down here, Eastern Market, on the orange and blue lines. So, if you guys come down here, wow, it's like a sale on fur coats. Hey, winter's over. So this guy's selling like vintage old threads. The vintage look. I think my grandma had that coat. Here are political t-shirts. Fauci. Who is that? Is that the woman who...
But if they've got their weight in the
Yeah.
volume, they usually go next row.
We are all Fauci. Vice President Harris, Albert Einstein mask, Malcolm X. You fucking, this is a Prince. Oh, they got albums. And vinyl. There's the vintage shop again. We're gonna walk our way back. There's a bunch of kids here. I gotta watch the camera. Oh, look at that over. Handmade soap. Wasn't that Fight Club? Wasn't that like the plot of Fight Club? I don't think she talks about Fight Club. Female power. Rings. Earrings. More vinyl. Oh, and prints. People like prints here. Like vintage prints. Army surplus dungarees. Pottery. Oh, this guy makes his own tables. These are pretty cool looking tables. Takes a big piece of wood. Makes cutting boards too. Chess sets. This guy makes chess sets. Chess sets. Scarves. Bags. Those are pretty funky. Goudry coat. I don't know what a goudry coat is, but it looks kind of like a muumuu. Fair trade and socially conscious. That's actually a popular theme here. Let me see what sort of prints they got. Old maps. Old maps of Norway. Shipping. Hand colored. Turkey. Italy. Rome. Mirrors. More art. This is all Capitol Hill art. That's pretty. Let's cross over here. Get an African drum.
Those are reversible too.
Mass. I have some of those when I went to Africa. Some starving artist sales. Handmade candles, hand poured candles. I guess there's a difference between handmade and hand poured. I'm not really sure. This is all Capitol Hill art. Here's the bookstore I just showed you. Capitol Hill Books. It is kind of an icon up here. Other photos of the neighborhood. The placemat man. Handmade machine washable placemats. Those are actually, oh, they're like table runners. More paintings. Guy paints states. Necklaces. Yeah, your head has to be on a swivel. Statehood signs. The DC area is about, I think it voted 94% for Biden, maybe like 4 or 5% for Trump. This neighborhood here, probably even more than that, like 99% for Biden. So you see a lot of stuff that demographic likes to buy or whatever. What is it called? The farmer's market look. The trendy farmer's market look. If that is a look. I guess it is. Where should we go next? I was actually looking for a homeless guy. I didn't find any. One of you reached out to me and made a donation and said, please feed one of the homeless people that you see in DC. And usually there's quite a few down here, but right now I don't see any. Maybe go over to Union Station. Probably have a few more over there. What's this guy selling? Some sort of like, that's kind of weird. Butterflies. Let's go down here. Oh, he's making like hummingbirds. Oh, cool. Little like bird, like carved hummingbird kind of thingies. He's cut behind the bread guy. Yep. What's this person selling? Like cut fruit, I think. Cheese. Maybe cheese. And let's go down this street. Kind of hungry. Let's go down. Let's go down the main drags over here. We'll go over here and then we'll walk over the streets a bit. West African Grill. Ooh. What's he got? Quarter chicken. Half chicken and fries. He's still cooking it all. Red snapper. Beef kebabs. Shrimp salad bowl. What's this guy selling? El Peking. Catering breakfast burritos and Mexican food. Ooh, homemade donuts. Homemade DC donuts. Hot coffee and mini donuts, homemade. Oh, a crepe man. I should bring my kid out here. He'd be eating crepes. Fajita, frutas, not fajitas, fruit smoothies. Yeah, fajitas and fruit smoothies, they're pretty much the same. So I think this is North Carolina Avenue. We're coming up on 6th Street. We're going to loop around and go down Pennsylvania Avenue, and then we'll walk over by the Marine Barracks, I think. And then we'll cut back and work our way back up to the hill.
I did not have a license.
Some nice houses. These have been renovated, it looks like. So today is just going to be a walk. I know sometimes I make videos where I cut up everything and it's like 15 to 20 minutes, but this is just going to be a little walk because, well, some of you say, I would just rather go for a walk with you. So go for a walk with me. If you're on a treadmill, you might actually enjoy this more. Put this on an iPad, sit on your treadmill, go from there. That's a good job. There's a Citibank here. I think I have a Citibank account. I don't use it very much anymore. We used to use Citibank when we were doing a lot of stuff in New York, but then switched to HSBC, I think, when we moved to Hong Kong. But you know what? I actually need some money. Let me go find the ATM machine. I think they have an ATM. So it's been so long. I don't really use cash anymore. But we wanted to buy something for the homeless guy, and well, we needed some cash. And, because homeless guys don't take credit cards. But personally, I think I'm going to buy some food. So this is Pennsylvania Avenue. The Capitol is down the end of the street there, behind the Library of Congress. The road's divided here, which means there's all sorts of different, like, walk, don't walks. Wow. This is like a Christmas decorations they haven't cleaned up yet. Probably from like a year ago. What's this, Barrel? Never heard of it. Over there is an old movie theater, the Penn Movie Theater. But it converted out of being a movie theater about 30 years ago. Hasn't been a movie theater since the 80s, maybe 70s. Math tutoring. Fight Club sandwiches. Boy, Fight Club is just coming up all over the place today. The Little Gym. Little place for kids to go. Mexican and Salvadoran cuisine. El Salvadorans are actually a very large community here in DC area. So you get a lot of El Salvadoran food. Oyster bar.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing, mate?
Well, I'll help you something to eat, please.
What do you want to eat?
Pie.
Pot pie?
I can't eat out of 7-Eleven because I got a lawsuit in there
Oh.
for food poisoning.
Okay, what do you want?
Pie.
Where's that?
That's down the road a bit.
Come on, I'll take you out to Dutch.
Man,
No worries.
they should be open.
What else is good to eat around here?
I don't know.
No?
They got some restaurants around here, but I
Ah. Where's the pot pie on 8th?
Sir,
Where's the pot pie place? On 8th Street?
on 8th Street.
Oh, okay. Is it good?
Sir,
Is it good good eating? Yeah.
Oh, ain't that gorgeous? Time to get fish and do a pal so you can donate. I love your hat.
Yeah. Been busy today? It's
Sir?
a quiet day today?
yeah,
Yeah. So you're suing 7-Eleven?
yeah.
Think you'll win?
My lawyer, because the food they gave me was poor.
Oh, yeah?
It was spoiled.
Oh.
I stayed in the hospital for like 2 weeks, 2 months.
Oh, that sucks. Well, you might have a case against him, yeah?
So I got a lawyer at the shelter.
Yeah.
They helped me.
Lawyer at the shelter's helping?
Yeah, they got the food when they got the food pumped out my stomach.
Ugh. What was it? Pizza or
It was some chicken.
a chicken?
Yeah.
What shelter are you in?
801.
801? Is that a safe place?
Huh?
Is that a good place or
It's
kind of?
alright.
Yeah.
I deal with it.
Yeah. You from DC originally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just came home from prison.
Oh yeah. Bit of a change. The city keeps changing every time I come down here.
Insane.
Yeah. When I lived here, this was a scary street.
Yeah.
Oh, lots of cops. Cops give you trouble?
No, I forgot their way.
Yeah, good idea. They're all tense from that January thing. At the- But the only thing that's the same here is the fire station.
Yeah. Things still here.
Yeah.
Fire station.
I remember there used to be a movie theater down here.
Down the road
Yeah.
there. See that yellow,
Yep.
the yellow sign down the road?
Yeah, I went to a movie there. That was crazy.
Yeah. How you doing, Miss Metro?
In here?
Yeah, I took a fish sandwich and red beans and rice.
Fish sandwich, red beans and rice. You want something to drink?
No thanks.
Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, water. Oops, sorry. Hey, how you doing? Can I have 2 fish sandwiches? 2 fish sandwiches, 2 red beans and rice, and like a small French fry, and water, bottle of water. Oh, just glass of water then. Say what? Mediums, please. Yep. Thank you. That's everything? All right, thank you. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I got $1. There you go. Take that. Thank you.
Is that soda $1?
No, it's just. Oh, thank you. There you go. Oh, sorry.
Can I get this on your food?
Nah, it's okay, man.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. That was all my money. I'm sorry. Maybe you'll share some. Oh well. Help one, start another. I actually bought him double, so maybe he will share it. Anyway, Christina in Florida, thank you for that. We fed one guy today. I actually ordered him double the food. I think he's going to realize it. Yeah, he did just give her something. Gave her one of the pies, I think. That guy just got out of prison, he said. So he's back. He's homeless in D.C. as he just got back to D.C. from prison. That must be a rough go. All right, let's keep walking. So Christina in Florida, thank you very much for your super chat the other day. I want you to know it went to good use. And unfortunately, there's still more that need help. There's an organization called So Others Might Eat. It's a Washington, D.C. homeless organization. Also a group called Martha's Table. And if you're interested in donating, those are some organizations that try to feed the people living on the streets in D.C. That poor fella there, he had it must be rough to come out of prison, not have a house, not have a support system, get back on the streets, surrounded by craziness. It's rough because you're trying to do nice and then you just, oh well. I gave the woman $1 or so out of the change. Anyway, where are we now? 8th Street Southeast. Congressman Barney Frank used to live over here. Somewhere I think in that area up there. There was like a big scandal about his partner, well, doing some bad things in his house. The Barney Frank scandal. And he lived right down here on 8th Street. But I'm not exactly sure where. Ugh. And we're back at Eastern Market. We're going to make our way back across and over. I didn't get any extra cash though. I bought or gave away all the cash that I got out of the ATM. So I can't get any food for myself, unless they take credit cards. Looks like a burger place. Let's see if there's a line to go in. And they got COVID testing up here too. More music. That guy's not getting his car out for a while. Oh, the line to get in is even longer.
Yeah.
Oops. Little kids again. All right. So we're gonna anyway. That's a kid.
Collect compost.
We're gonna cut back over the way we came. Make our way back towards the U.S. Capitol. We actually parked a car. Yep. Somebody over there dealing with mental health issues. So, I don't know what we got scheduled the rest of the day. I kind of was going to go for a walk, but I need to get home and let's check out this alley. Because I think this alley will cut through kind of where we want to go. And alleys are always more fun than roads. All sorts of weird stuff in alleys. There's actually a section in DC where the alleys are all filled with like all sorts of cool artwork. And like people come up, it's almost like a Instagram art alley. This is like a muse back here. In England, they have these roads called mews, M-E-W-S, which are like these little side roads, I think. I think it's where the carriages used to be stored, or the drivers or chauffeurs used to live. Now, of course, they're very trendy, and I imagine this is kind of the same concept. I imagine this little mews, very expensive, tiny little houses. Where are we at? 8th Street, 6th and A. So, I don't know what else we got going on today in Washington. It's just a early spring kind of day. I'm sure some people will be out relaxing in the sunshine, but it's still a tad cold. It's not like last week where it was in the 70s and everybody was out. People today are back in their late winter jackets and hats and no scarves though. The sun is bright. While you're in the sun, it's not bad. Let's see, what should we eat today? Gotta go home and deal with my kids' Xbox. There's all sorts of like protest signs. Don't fence the Capitol. Support the post office. Statehood for DC. Statehood for DC is pretty common around here. Ooh, those are some big dogs. So we're at 5th and A is an alpha. Gonna walk a couple blocks this way. Dogs are like, where are you going? The owner went out to his car. The dogs are like, is there something in the car for me? Fourth and A. Oops, got some traffic coming. Well, they gotta stop. See if they actually do. Well, he's gotta stop. Once he saw they had a camera, he decided to stop. That's cool. What is that? There's some sort of child yoga class going on over there. I think it's a child yoga. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely yoga or something. Oh, I could have tortured my kids. That would have been fun to torture my kids. Where are we going, Dad? Child yoga. What? 3rd Street behind the Library of Congress. And back to where my car is. I think. It's somewhere down here. Alright guys. Hope you enjoyed this walk around the hill. And thank you again to Christina for buying that man lunch. And hopefully that young woman that was with him. Some food as well. All right, I will catch up with you guys later, and maybe later today we'll make another video. Bye now.